What's up, everyone? It's Dr. Glenn Vo, and I have the woman herself, Dr. Anissa Holmes. Anissa, what's up?
What's up, Glenn? How are you?
Oh man, I am so excited to bring you on, and really, what we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm super excited about. You had told me about this. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Like when we went on the cruise, you told Elijah and I just been wanting to tell everyone. I literally been wanting to tell everyone. You said, "Look, I'm still working out all these things," and you finally got it ready to go. And literally, you just launched Platinum. I'm part of that as well. That's like just a huge endeavor. So I don't even know how you do it, but this is super exciting. We'll talk about Platinum as well, but let's just let the cat out of the bag right now. What is this big announcement? What are you doing? What is this big thing that's going to kind of be a game changer for all us dentists?
Right, absolutely. So again, super excited to be here, and I am very excited. We have been working on this project actually for about 8 months now, and about 8 months ago, I was in Kenya on a bus with Russell Brunson. So Russell is the founder of ClickFunnels. And I was telling him about our results that we had with Facebook, right? And Facebook ads. And I was like, yeah, like we can get 100 and, one time for my practice, we got 120 leads for my practice in one day for $28. And he's like, what? Like, how are you doing that? Oh my gosh, And so we started talking and he's like, you know what, Anissa, you need to own this. Like there are so many people that you can help between your knowledge of number one, being a dentist. So you understand how to train teams on how to answer the phone, right? Also understanding Facebook, the results that we've gotten for dentists. We've worked with thousands of practices now. And he's like, you've got to help them now to the next level, right? And so we started actually building out Facebook ads. We started building out funnels. We started building out like all of this content. We've hired all of these copywriters, created all of these email sequences. And then we found the most amazing people on our team. First one is Chelsea, who actually came to us from an agency that is running ads for Marie Forleo and Amy Porterfield and all of these like huge people. She's now on my team. We actually hired from that same agency their copywriters. We also hired their funnel builders when they decided to just focus on Facebook ads. And so now they're all a part of our Delivering WOW team, which is super awesome. And I'm really, really excited to announce today that we have actually opened and launched a digital marketing agency for dentists where we can now run Facebook ads. We can use funnels and build out funnels for you. And, this allows you to be able to capture people's email addresses so you can remarket to them. We're also doing digital Facebook Messenger bots. So a lot of really, really cool things. And again, it's because number one, we've been helping dentists for so long, but we have been focusing on training, teams, right? And so many people have asked me, like every month in our Facebook group for our boot camp, doctors are like, I know, Glenn,
that's me right here. I've been asking Anissa, I was like, hey, look, I know all the lessons. I love it. It's great. But man, I'd rather just have the pro do it. And I've been bugging Anissa about this for years. And when she finally told me they're going to do it, I'm like, yes. And so now we're finally announcing that. But yeah, let's talk about that. I mean, so you made this shift here and no, wait, hold on. For those who are watching, we have a good amount of people jumping on right now. You're not taking away the boot camp, are you?
No,
it's still there, guys. Okay.
Absolutely not. And let me tell you, I love the Facebook boot camp. Why? Because, it's interesting because I do have a lot of friends who have digital marketing agencies for dentists, right? And I can tell you they make a ton of mistakes. And a lot of you have probably been victim to this as well. So number one, a lot of times they don't understand targeting, right? And so they'll say, well, we'll just put a $59 cleaning in front of people. And I can tell you, I'm a dentist. Like, I don't want to have a patient that has come in from a $50 coupon, right? I want people that when they come in, we're going to be able to close a full mouth case, right? And so I've discovered how to actually do that with Facebook ads. And it's really by building up your community and specific strategies with targeting and things like that. And I love to teach that because a lot of digital marketers, they just don't get how you do that, right? And so inside of Facebook Bootcamp, with 3 one-hour sessions, I can train teams on number one, how do you post? How do you get just about any post to go viral where you can have 10,000 people see it? How can you have, 100 and something leads come to you and you're spending $28. Like, we've seen this happen over and over again. So I love to train teams. In fact, like, we're having a promotion right now, spring promo for our Facebook Bootcamp, because I love doing that, right? But the fact is that there are some practices where the owners are like, you know what, I want to do it myself, part of it, but like, can you build my funnel for me? And then like, we'll do the ads. And then like, can you give me more ads to run every month so I don't have to come up with it and be creative? And so we decided to actually do that as well. And so now we have where we can build out your funnel, or if you want images every month, we've got that. We've got articles. And then of course we have our agency. So if you want us to actually, to do everything for you, we have the ability to do that as well.
You guys can kill it too. So really, I guess your agency just came up from the fact that so many people wanted it. They wanted it done for you type of service. So let's go over that again. But before we go in that, because we have a few people who maybe are not savvy when it comes to the marketing terms, right? Yeah. Because, and this we were talking, we use these terms, we throw it around all the time. So can you explain to some people what a funnel is?
Right. Absolutely. So this is how it works, right? And let me just back up a little bit, right? So one of the things that I want to make sure that you understand when you're using social media and how do you get high dollar cases, like, let me just tell you how that happens, right? How it happens is by building a connection. And what's really great about social media. So right now we're on social media, right? And we're building connections and people are communicating and they're having conversations. Like, you cannot do that with Google Ads. You cannot do that with a billboard. You can't do it with direct mail, but you can certainly do it with Facebook. And so if you are now doing things like, even Glenn in your office, right? You had a patient come on and you did a Facebook Live doing a testimonial with him, right? The patient literally, I remember the video, he literally almost cried, right? And so that's what I teach in my Facebook Bootcamp. And that's also what we teach for our agency clients as well, is how do you build that connection, right? How do you do a small makeover competition? How do you get in front of people? Because when you do that, when they come in, they're going to know you already, and your case acceptance is going to be super high. And so that's something that is really important, one, for our agency clients and also for the Facebook Bootcamp, right? Now, the thing is that once you start to have these people to follow you and to see what you're doing in your community and see what you're doing behind the scenes, there's actually a Facebook strategy that allows us to target those people, or to have people that have seen these videos to now see other things. Okay, so this gets into a little bit more strategy, right? Then you can say, all right, anybody that's watched 10 seconds of, say, for example, that video that you did with your patient, now they know you. Like, they're like, oh, Dr. Vo is great. Like, he really changed this person's life, right? So now what we can do is we can now put an offer in front of that person or people that have watched that video, and it can say something like, and maybe the video was about you doing a smile makeover with implants, right? I think it might have been, I can't remember, right? And so now you can say you can do another ad and you can target anyone. So it would be shown in those people's Facebook feeds that watched that video. And it would say, this week we're offering 7 free consultations for dental implants. Click here to see if you qualify, right? So then they're on Facebook, they click there to see if they qualify, and then there would be like a quiz. So the quiz would say something like, how many missing teeth do you have, right? 1, 2, 3, whatever, right? Why haven't you fixed it before? I haven't found a dentist that I can trust, or I'm not sure if I can afford it, I don't have the time. Well, how would your life change if you were able to get this fixed? I could eat again, I could smile with confidence, right? So they go through the quiz, and then what happens is that you say something like, click here in order to be able to find out your results, right? So then they click here again, they're on social media, they're clicking. Next thing you know, they click, they give you their email address, right? They give you their phone number. And then now what happens is that is called a lead, right? So the funnel is just the process of how do you get an email? That's all it is, right? And it doesn't even have to be a quiz. It can just be going to a page that's a landing page. It's only about that service. So they're not distracted with seeing about, like, what's happening in your office and all this
or about us or all these other things.
It's only focused on, like, we want to get your email address, right? And then now what happens is that the person starts to get emails from the practice. Maybe it's a story about a patient whose life was changed, right? Maybe it's an email that says something like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you have, are in a position where you have missing teeth. Many people have had bad experiences, unfortunate circumstances, or maybe their parents were not able to afford it, and we can help you. come in and let's talk about it. Let's see how we can help you. We're here. We've got payment options, right? So they get into an email sequence, right? The other thing that happens is that now they go into a lead sheet where now your team can call these people and be like, hey, Mr. Joe, I saw that you were interested in dental implants. I saw that you were interested in one of our consultations. Let me ask you a few questions. Number one, I know you're missing a few teeth. And I know the biggest problem that you've had is that you weren't able to find a dentist that you can trust. I also know that if you could have fit it into your budget, you'd start right away. So I'm just repeating the answers.
Yeah, they gave those answers already. That
they typed in, right? Yeah. And so I'd love for you to come in and let's find out how we can help you. The doctor's been doing this for a really long time, and we've got multiple payment options. Let me just let you know, this is kind of what we're looking at in terms of the cost. Does that fit into your budget? And maybe they say no. And then you say, you know what, it's okay. We have other options. Maybe we can look at a denture, or, when's the last time you had a cleaning? They can come in and schedule them for a cleaning. Come in for a cleaning, and then we'll talk about everything, right? Or they say, oh, that's fine. That definitely fits into my budget. So guess what? When they're able to come in, you know what happens? You're not worried about, can they afford it? You're not worried about if it's a qualified lead or if they only want a deal. They come in and your case acceptance is really, really high. And that's how we're able to, number one, in our bootcamp. So we teach all of this in our Facebook bootcamp in 3 1-hour sessions. Plus we give you the funnel, plus we give you the lead sheet, plus we give you the ads, plus we give you the images. So if you want to do it yourself, that's what I teach in Facebook bootcamp. But that's essentially what it is. Being able to follow up with people with emails, and also just nurture them, continuing to show different Facebook ads inside of their news feed so that they can just get to know you. And again, these patients are really loyal patients. I love when a patient comes in, I'm like, how did you find us? They're like, Facebook. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, like this is going to be like really easy for me to be able to just tell them what they need and they're going to say yes. And that's what I see happening not only in my practice, but in the hundreds of other practices that we work within our Facebook Bootcamp program, and then now with our agency.
I love it. And just to let everyone know, first of all, if you have questions, we actually have a good amount of people here watching this live stream. If you have any questions, put it in the comments, fire it away. Anissa's here, she'll answer all these questions. But I want to share something with everyone. I actually have gone through literally every program Anissa has ever released. And it all started with the Facebook Bootcamp. Yeah. It was Facebook Mastery at that time. Yeah. And then it's just with everything else, it just kind of evolutionized and now it's the Facebook Bootcamp, which is even more value. But I started there. I know the benefit of Facebook marketing, and I've been bugging her literally like, Anissa, you're the pro at this. When are you gonna do it in an agency so that way I don't have to do it myself? She's like, Glenn, be patient. But now the time is here, and I'll tell you what, and this is gonna agree here too. One of the most annoying things to me is when I see a marketer come on, say that they can do Facebook ads and they don't know what they're doing, right? It is so annoying. And I try to limit that in my group because so many people got burned, but there's so many people out there who literally just try to do ads for dentists because they think that we're the low-hanging fruit, right? And I said, Anissa, when are you going to come out with your own agency? Because here's the thing. She's a dentist. She knows what we have to deal with. She knows our pain points. So let's talk about the agency, Anissa. What, for those who've done the Facebook Bootcamp, they're ready to say, here you go. I want you to handle it. What is the agency going to provide for all the clients that sign up?
Right. So the first thing that we're going to do, which is really, really important, is we are going to make sure that your ads are seen by the right people, right? Those high quality patients that are going to say yes to care and to treatment. And you're absolutely right. Like I've seen people that run Facebook ads for dentists, and I look at the targeting that they have, right? And they're targeting people, and this is a true story, who follow Dollar General. Okay. And then I asked them, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you targeting Dollar General? And they say, well, if we do, we know we're going to get a lot of leads and then the client will be happy. And I'm like, oh, really? Like, right? So the first thing we're going to do is make sure your targeting is right. So what does that mean? That means that we're going to make sure that your ads are seen in front of people who live in the most expensive areas in your community. We're going to make sure that your ads are seen by people that have landed on your website, right? So you're perhaps focusing on getting traffic to your website. You have a beautiful website. Anyone that lands there, they're now going to see your Facebook ads, right? We're also going to target people, again, who have seen all of your community events. And by the way, we're also going to give you all of these different campaigns that you can run for your practice as well. So your team doesn't have to get stuck and try to figure that out. So we're going to give them all of that so that we can ensure that we are getting 10,000, 20,000 people. We're also going to set up all of the Facebook ads for you. We're going to set up the funnel. We're going to set up all of the email sequences. If you want to also have Facebook Messenger, some of you guys have probably been in my bots for Delivering WOW. We'll set up Facebook Messenger as well so that when people go there, they can book an appointment and learn more about your practice without even having to talk to a team member. They're able to see before and after pictures. Is really, really cool within Facebook Messenger. We'll set that up for you as well. So essentially anything that you need with social media as it relates to Facebook, digital retargeting, emails, all of that stuff, you don't have to do anything. You just have to tell us, I want to get patients. And this is what I'm looking for. And it's like so funny. Like, yeah, my team member who like runs ads, he's running ads for my practice today. And I was like, can you turn off, like, spend less money because like I'm getting too many leads and like I can't keep up with them. And he's like, all right, just tell me how many you want. And then we'll like make sure that we don't spend too much money. And I'm like, okay, that's really cool. I'm like, you can like cut the budget in half. And typically with a budget for Facebook ads, in our Bootcamp, we recommend about $500 a month for Facebook ads. With our agency, we actually recommend a little bit higher spend. So between 500 and 1,000. Why? Because we know what we're doing. So we are able to scale your ads and get them out to the right people really, really fast so you can start getting immediate results.
Wow, that's some amazing stuff. Guys, if you like what you're hearing, and you want maybe a nifty deal or something, type in the comments section, wow. Okay, if you like what you're hearing, type in the comments section, show us some love, type in wow. We might talk about a nifty deal, but we have a question. Can we take a question here? Let me put this up here. Okay, so the question is, do you see a way to use like the funnel strategy for Instagram?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can definitely do that like from now, right? So all you have to do is inside of your Instagram profile, right? So you have that area where you can actually put a link. That's where you would put a link for your funnel. So the funnel, maybe this month you're wanting to get in more patients for Invisalign or sleep apnea or dental implants, right? So you can say, click here, and it could be something like a free guide, right? A free PDF to be able to see if you are a candidate, or it can lead them directly to the quiz. So click here to see if you are a candidate for Invisalign. You put your funnel link right there, and from Instagram, you're able to get that done. And then also what's really cool is that Instagram and Facebook are connected. And so when we run Facebook ads actually for you, we're able to run Instagram ads at the same time, which is really nice as well. So that will give more traffic to those Instagram posts.
All right. She just announced that she's going to be running her own agency to do this. And no more are we going to just fall prey to some of these, I call it straight up scams, okay? I mean, these guys have run these Facebook ads. I mean, I'll tell you what, I mean, you'll see it all the time. You'll see it because you get targeted. You'll see it in Facebook, all of these ads, and really just watch the ads. I showed Anissa a few ads. We just laughed about some of them, like these guys talking. And so, but here's the big difference. Anissa teaches Facebook marketing. She actually teaches it, and she still teaches it. And now she's doing the agency. So I'm super happy because she's taught my team how to do it, and I love doing it, but I just rather do other things and have Anissa do it. But we have a question from Greg May, our friend Greg May. He thinks this is straight up gold. He wants to know, is there going to be any kind of lead tracking software? I mean,
yes, we have one already.
Okay, there you go.
So, and I kind of spilled the beans on this a little bit with you as well, Glenn. So we're actually also building out our own software.
Oh, man.
As well. So we're going to be beta testing this with our agency clients. And so how this works is that we have the lead come in, and once the lead comes in, then automatically they start to get text messages. And also what happens is that they can get into Facebook Messenger sequences as well. And then also what happens is that we can integrate it in with a phone number for your practice. And so as the lead comes in, the phone can ring and it can say, you have a lead on line 1. click here to call them. And if they're not available, then it sends a text. So it's integrating in a lot of like really cool stuff. But what we're also, oh, should I spill? Okay. So what we're also doing.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm talking too much. So what we're also looking at as well, and what we're building out right now is getting into the dental APIs. And so we are actually building out a marketing software, which will allow us to track from lead all the way to scheduling an appointment, all the way to have you actually completed a treatment, all the way to aftercare. And so being able to put people through email sequences and also being able to put people through Facebook Messenger bots. So if they haven't scheduled, they get a different email. Once they've scheduled, they get a different email. After they've finished treatment, they get an aftercare email. So it's giving aftercare instructions. And yeah, so I am definitely a marketing geek. I am. I also love automation, and I also love software. So anything that we can do to be able to help practices get more patients. And that's why I do this, right? So like, you know, my husband's like, why are you doing all of this? And I'm like, because like, I know that I have the knowledge to be able to help like so many people do what I did. And like every day in my practice, people are like, I mean, we get at least 50 or 60 people coming in every month from Facebook ads. And we spend $1,000 a month on Facebook ads, and we get 50 people, right? And they're coming in for some high dollar stuff. And I'm like, how did you hear about us? And they're like, thank you so much for what you do on Facebook. If it wasn't for you, I would have never had the courage to walk through that door. And you know, we literally change people's lives, which is why I'm passionate about this, right? And so you're right, Glenn, like these marketers, a lot of them, like when I was at ClickFunnels a few months ago, like every second I was getting a message from somebody that was like, can I meet with you? Can I talk with you? And there were some really smart, nice people, but there were some people that were just like, you know, can you teach me how to get in front of dentists? Because I know they have a lot of money. And I'm like, go away. Like, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's like, for me, it's like I have the knowledge to help my people. And like this community, this tribe, you're my people. And I figured out something that works. And I've invested a lot of time with the right coaches and mentors, and I've built the right team. And I think that's important as well. The funnel builders, the Facebook ad strategists that we have on our team, they're the best in the industry. And I've hired the best so that I can be the best for all of you, so that you can get the best results. And that's really what it's all about.
Well, you know, I want to just kind of hit on that again. You know, some of you guys maybe are not big followers of all the online marketers, but I am. And the people that Anissa hired is like the top of the top, right? They do marketing for these coaches, these entrepreneurs with like multi-million-dollar companies and whatnot. They're now doing ads for Anissa's agency. They're actually going to be doing ads for you if you sign up with there. And that's what's so amazing about it. I mean, you told me some of these copywriters, these people, they deal with really high dollar, high ticket items. They work for these really big companies. And that's the thing. It's like we have an ally in the marketing world, right? Like, and this I've talked about ClickFunnels. Those guys in there, they are doing just huge things there. And this is a part of that group. She's able to talk to all these marketers and bringing that to us, as opposed to we're just relying on someone with a Facebook ad saying that they can do all these things. Anissa knows what she's doing. She teaches it. Now she has the agency, and we got a little shout out from the audience. Anissa is one of the most innovative dentist entrepreneurs that we know. Well, I totally agree with that. And that's why I'm so excited about this agency. And then someone's really excited too. They're like, this is amazing. Yeah. Man, we haven't even talked about a Nifty deal yet. It's already amazing. You guys are all sold there. Like, if you like what you're hearing right now, type in the comments section, wow. Okay, maybe we can get her to talk about a deal. Wow. But let's talk about the different offerings now. So we still got the, guys, don't worry, we still got the Facebook Bootcamp. If you have not taken it yet, you need to sign up. Okay, because here's the thing. Maybe you want to use her agency, but it's always good to have some knowledge of what's going on, right? And maybe one day, maybe you might want to do it yourself. So you got the Facebook Bootcamp, you got the agency, but then is there something in the middle for people who kind of want to be in the middle?
Right, absolutely. So the first thing that we have is our Facebook Bootcamp. And inside of Facebook Bootcamp, I actually train your team. So the first session, there's 3 sessions, 3 1-hour sessions. So we do the call teaching you how to get things to go viral, right? How do you build that engagement in your community? The second call is where I teach the teams, and it literally takes about 30 minutes to set up. How do we target people that have been to your website and watched your videos, and people that have followed your practice? Like, how do we target them? Session 3 is all about how do you build campaigns. And what's really cool is that we actually have built the campaigns for you. So we have a campaign for dental implants, Invisalign cosmetic dentistry, pedo, ortho, sleep apnea, safe amount. We have all of that stuff. We've also created a funnel for you that we give you as well. So you literally just have to copy and paste it, type in your practice information. We give you that as well, which is really cool, is that Russell actually has vetted that funnel. So I sent it to him. I'm like, yeah, have a look at this funnel. And he's like, it's really, really, really awesome. So you're getting the funnel that Russell's actually looked at as well. So that is all included in our Facebook Bootcamp. So that's the first thing that we have. And then for those people that have been through Bootcamp, a lot of them are like, can you give me more funnels? Or can you give me fresh images and ads every month? Or can you give me articles to be able to share with my practice? Because, we know with Facebook every month, you have to keep things fresh, right? Or otherwise people look at it and it goes stale. So we have a content creation service. And if you're like, you know what, we don't want just a funnel, we want you to build a funnel for us, and then we'll run our own ads. We have the ability to do that as well. And then for people that are like, can you just do it all? We can do it all as well. One's like, that's me. So it's really cool because now we're able to help people where they are, right? And so a lot of times you have startup practices, and let's be honest, with startup practices, there's a lot of debt, and you might have more time than you have money, right? And so for you, I'm like, get in the Facebook Bootcamp. Maybe the agency's not for you right now. Let me help you launch your startup. And we've launched so many startups, so many of them, with a $600 budget to launch their startup, and they've got over 1,000 people following them. So that's Facebook Bootcamp. But then from there, you have people like you, Glenn, you've been working for a while, and you're like, look, I don't have time for that. I'm just way too busy. And my team doesn't have time for this. They'll do the postings. They will post the video testimonials, and they'll do all of that community stuff, because that's very important that we get that from the practice. But can you just build out all of the other stuff for us so that we just get leads and patients coming in for high dollar cases? And we can do that with our agency. So that's essentially what we have. Whatever you need, we can help you now. It's really, really awesome.
That's 3 tiers there, guys. 3 tiers there. Okay, they want that. So we talked about 3 tiers there. Is there a specific name for that, Anissa?
No, it's not really. I mean, the monthly content is just monthly social bundles. And with that, what you get is fresh images, fresh ads. You also get an article. You also get the really cool campaigns that you can run every single month. So that is just our social bundle. And then if you want us to build out your funnel, we can do that as well. So that just to tell you the pricing. So Facebook Bootcamp is normally $997, and that includes the training. We have a Facebook ad strategist in there with me. So we're answering questions every day as they come in. We give you the funnel, we give you images. That's $997. Again, for the next 2 days, it's $747.
We'll put that link in. You got to take advantage of that deal.
And then from there, the other service, if we build out your funnel for you and you do it yourself, it's just a one-time fee of $897. But I think you have maybe a Nifty deal for that. and then the monthly service is $147 for the other stuff. And then we have the agency. Our agency fee is $1,500 per month. And that includes everything that we do on the agency side. So setting up all of your audiences, running all of your ads, fresh copy, fresh content every single month. And I can tell you, the team that we have, they're on fire. And our goal for all of our agency clients, because we know what we're doing, is 100% ROI. So that is our goal for every client. So we want to make sure that when you're spending, that you're going to be able to get those high dollar cases. And we're going to do our best to make sure that happens.
Well, Anissa, and that doctor that asked that question, they just responded that they are in the Facebook Bootcamp. So they're already thinking about just kind of ascending to the next level there. Yeah. But you guys just heard it, okay? The agency, $1,500. I'll tell you what, when Anissa told me that before we got on, I'm like, are you sure? That's really low, because most marketing companies charge $2,000, $2,500, $3,000. I mean, that's essentially 50% off. And here's the thing. I know who Anissa's team is. Okay, they used to work for these really big marketers, and now they're on Anissa's team to help us. That is a bargain. And she just said it herself. she's not looking to send you people from Dollar General. Okay, we're looking for 100% ROI here. So we have a question from the audience here, and so this person wants to sign up for that social bundle.
Right. So we're actually going to be launching that on Wednesday. So what I can do is maybe give Glenn the link when that's available on Wednesday so that we can share that for the social bundle, and everybody will know all about that. So we are just finalizing the funnel for that so that everybody can get in and get access to that. So that's launching on Wednesday. Facebook Bootcamp is on promo until Wednesday. And then we also have our agency, and that's deliveringwowmarketing.com. There is a nifty deal. I can't remember what it is, Glenn, but I know you have the links.
Yeah, get that. And I'll put all the links in there. I mean, if you really want to be an overachiever, you probably could sign up right now, right? And say, we're not going to make them wait till Wednesday, right?
No, absolutely. And the thing is that people are signing up. A lot of people are, and we have not even started, like people have found out about it because they were like in our other programs. We're like, yeah. And they're like, can we just start right away? So we've actually we've already been running ads for practices before this official announcement and getting really, really awesome results. But what's happening now is that people are signing up. And so if we want to get people started, the faster you start, there won't be like a queue for us to set up your funnels for you and get everything done for your onboarding. So yeah, definitely.
I love it. I love it. Okay, guys. So if this is your last chance to ask any questions, if you don't have any questions here, we are going to talk about how you're going to sign up. Okay, so Anissa, how can they sign up for any of these services? Is it just clicking on the link?
Yeah.
What's the easiest way?
The easiest thing to do, Glenn, is just to go to deliveringwowmarketing.com. And that is where you can sign up for a call for the agency. So once you sign up for a call, then we can go over, if you want us to just build out your funnel and then we give you the social bundle after, we can set that all up for you as well. So there's no reason to sign up with a link today. You can just go ahead and schedule a call. We'll get that set up for you. And then from that link, it does take you to the Facebook Bootcamp. But if you want to get that bonus deal that we have until Wednesday, which is I think it's $250 off, then you would need to go to deliveringwow.com/spring social. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So I'm gonna throw a question at you before we jump off. So could they go to the Delivering WOW Facebook page and go through the bot and get to these programs?
Yes.
Okay. Because you know what? Like that would be, I mean, I'm just curious because that's another big thing too. And Anissa recently told me, Glenn, you need to step up your bot game. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, you need to do it for Nifty, Thrifty. People are always asking you for a deal. They can go there and message. Now I set it up. It's so great. Like literally I'll look at the log and they clicked on the Nifty deal and they went to the deals or they clicked on this deal and they can watch the videos and whatnot. So she practices what she preaches, guys. If you want to check out the bot, what the Facebook Messenger bot can do for you, just go check out.
Go to my practice. That's where you should.
I mean, I love it.
We've been running bots for when Facebook Messenger bots came out, which was like 3 years ago, I actually went in and built the bot for my practice. I recorded a course on it, a training on it. It's so cool. So what happens with the bot, it's like a welcome message, like, what do you want to learn more about today? And it's like dental implants, Invisalign, cosmetic dentistry, right? And then you can say, well, what do you want to know? Like the cost, or like, what does it look like? Or, here's a testimonial. And then it's like, well, click here to schedule an appointment. Are you ready? If you're not ready, here's a website where you can learn more. I mean, it's so cool. It's very interactive. So definitely love bots.
I love it. All right, guys. So you heard it here. She just officially launched. Actually, she's been taking on clients, but her own ad agency for Facebook marketing. I've been bugging Anissa about this. I went through her Facebook mastery. It went through her mastery, and then it elevated to the boot camp. I went through the boot camp, and now she does the agency. I've been begging. She's finally doing it. She's doing that for if you want to just have someone who knows what they're doing, who teaches Facebook marketing. She's got her own agency. But you know what? If you're bootstrapping it right now, the bootcamp is still there. You can learn on your own. And when you're ready, like I am, I'm like ready to say, hey, Anissa, I'm going to give it to your team and let you handle it. You can definitely sign up. But Anissa, thank you so much for jumping on. And we appreciate you just dropping all this knowledge with everyone.
Thanks so much for having me.